Well, let's talk Premier League action as Chelsea managed to beat Tottenham Hotspur by a goal to nil, courtesy of Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea started the game with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Also, they had Sanchez in post, a back four of Cowell, Chalobah in the middle, and down both sides was Malo Gusto and Marco Correa. In the midfield was Moises Caisedo and Enzo Fernandez, whilst the attacking three behind the striker were Cole Palmer down the middle, and on either flank was Pedro Neto and Jadon Sancho, with Nicholas Jackson leading the line. For Tottenham, they also had a 4-3-3 formation. Vicario in post. They had the likes of Romero and also Van der Veen in their defense. And then down either side was Destiny Udogie and Jed Spence. In the midfield was Rodrigo Bentancur anchoring the side, Lucas Bergvall as the box-to-box. And for creativity, it was James Maddison. Up front was Dominic Solanke, flanked by Heung-min Son and then Wilson Odobert. Chelsea, as I said earlier, managed to win this game by a goal to nil. Generally, Chelsea started this game very well. Chelsea managed to create a lot of chances within the first 45 minutes, especially within the first 20 minutes. Chelsea was just bombarding Tottenham Hotspur with one move after another. However, Chelsea were unable to get a goal in the first half, with the first half ending goalless between the side. Fast forward into the second half, and then a wonderful play from Cole Palmer whips in a ball, and Enzo Fernandez, despite his height, managing to get a head onto that one to give Chelsea the lead, and eventually what will be the winner of the game. Also, for this game, there were two beautiful goals that were disallowed. One from Moises Caisedo, disallowed for offside, which I believe was true. And also when you look at the one also by Papi Matar, which also disallowed for a foul on Moises Caicedo. These were two brilliant goals that on any day as a neutral, you would want this to stand for the beauty of the game. However, for the right calls, I would say when it comes to this, the referee were very right. They made the right calls, and it was indeed an offside for Moises Caicedo's own, and also a foul for that of Papi Matar. So Chelsea winning this game by a goal to nil against Tottenham Hotspur. Just a quick look at some of the stats from the game, and when you look at expected goals, Chelsea just over 1, Tottenham Hotspur also just under 1. So not really much to separate them on that front. But if you did watch the game, you would argue that Chelsea had most of the chances in terms of shot on target. Chelsea with 5, Tottenham Hotspur with 2, shot off target also with 4-3 between the two sides, and ball possession in the end recorded at 50-50 between the two sides. It shows you that on the general scale, you say play was very well balanced, but Chelsea were quite dominant, especially before they got their goal. After the goal, especially within the last 20 minutes, I should emphasize, Chelsea managed to take off some of their players, or their leading players, the likes of Cole Palmer, as well as Nico Jackson coming off, and then having individuals coming to set up in a more 5-4-1, or what you argue as a 5-3-2 kind of setup in order to defend that one goal lead. Maresca will be proud of his boys to get this particular victory. If you take a look at the league table as it stands, Chelsea currently in 4th with 52 points. Manchester City follows you with 51 points on 5th position, and then you have the likes of Newcastle all the way coming through also on 50 points. So it's tightly packed, and also the contest for top 4 is getting keener and keener, but currently Chelsea have a good grip of that position, and they would hope that in the coming weeks they will manage to pick up more points whilst their competitors also falter. It was Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0, courtesy captain Enzo Fernandez.